Hello Pisces, welcome to this reading. We're going to be taking a look at the current energy for the sign of Pisces for the week of July 18th. Now Pisces, do keep in mind that this is a general reading, so take the messages as they resonate, drop the ones that do not, and also check out your sun, moon, and rising signs. Let's go ahead and get a shuffle in here for you Pisces. Now I am using the Tarot Muka as well as the Higher Self affirmation cards. There are links to all of these decks in the description below if you'd like to pick them up for yourself. Also ask that you hit the like button and subscribe, as it really does help my channel grow. And actually less than 50% of the people who watch my content are actually subscribed. So if you do watch my videos regularly and you've not yet hit the subscribe button, please do consider doing that. All right, let me make sure everything is in view here. Go ahead and put this up here. Also take 3 of these Higher Self cards to clarify as we go along. All right, put that over there. All right, Pisces, so first and foremost, really liking what I'm seeing here for you. There is a progression of an event in your life. This is something that feels like a wish that you've been making, okay? That's the only way I can describe it. A wish or a dream that you have put out there. And there's a progression happening in this area as we have the number 17, the star, into number 18, the moon, right? This is moving along. Things are progressing for you. You also have a really nice new beginning in this area that you've been hoping for, that you've been wishing for. This is also showing up here on the cards in the future position. What's interesting is, well, it's not interesting, it makes sense, but what is going on here is you've walked away from someone, and it's almost like you've created space in the container, in your container, to allow the wish to fill in to this container. And it's because you've walked away from somebody in your life. We'll talk about it some more, but your container is being filled up at this time with this wish energy or this dream energy that you've been having for some time now. So in the overall situation, you have the star cards. So the star card is one of my favorite cards to find in a tarot reading. The reason being is it's total optimism, hope, and opportunity for the future. The star says that your wish that you have thrown out to the universe is coming in. It's one of the major wish cards in the tarot. There's hope and healing involved with the star card, as well as you see the pool of water here in the background here. In other illustrations, actually the person on the star is a genie. Technically, the genie has their foot in the heel, indicating that they are dipping their toes in healing waters. They are embracing the energy of healing. And so it is very good, especially if you've been dealing with injuries or illnesses or anything like that. The star is considered to be a good sign in those areas. Generally, the star is a sign of hope, and especially because this comes after the challenge of number 16, which is the Tower. The Tower is a challenge in the tarot, and the star allows you to sort of recover and heal from the challenge. So always a good sign to see the star in a reading, especially at this base, at the base of the pyramid here, to kind of help inform the overall message. Now, what's interesting is in the past, you have the 8 of Cups and the Queen of Cups, okay? And so the 8 of Cups is you walking away from somebody that is no longer serving you. I think in this case, it could be just you walking away from a situation that no longer serves you as well. But the thing is, it's paired with this Queen of Cups, okay? So the Queen of Cups could be you, Pisces, since you are a water sign. But it could also mean that you are walking away from somebody who is a water sign or who has water-like qualities about them, something like that. But you've walked away from somebody, I think, in your life. It's almost like maybe this person you felt like you developed trust with, and for whatever reason that wasn't the case. The reason I say that is because the Queen of Cups can be considered to be somebody who is a trusted friend or ally in the tarot, but you're walking away from this person, it seems like. And So it's possible that something like that has happened. I know that's a bit of a narrow message, but it is absolutely possible that something like that has happened. It's also possible, if you're not walking away from a person in particular, you might be putting self-care as your top priority at this time. Reason being is Queen of Cups is like, I always like to say is Queen of Cups is like the traditional therapist in the tarot. And one of the things you learn about when you go through therapy is self-care is very important in your life. And especially now at this time, it's especially over the last 2 years or so, self-care has been an extremely important focus for many people. And so what could be happening as well is, if you're not specifically walking away from a person, is you're putting yourself first in whatever it is that you're walking away from. And as I said, this walking away action has made space in the container here of your life for this wish to pour in, as you have the Star card. So really like that for you. Now, in the future, you have the Moon and you have the Ace of Pentacles here. So number 17 is the Star, number 18 is the Moon. The Moon is, I say that because to me, when I get that in a reading, to me, it's like things are moving along, right? Things are progressing. In this case, the wish you've been hoping for is kind of on its way, I feel like, or it's at least the journey has begun to this wish coming in. I feel like it's very possible that this could happen for you, though, because of the progression, but also because of the Ace of Pentacles as well. Ace of Pentacles represents a new beginning in the material realm, or just a new beginning in life. It's major like seed energy, okay? Because the Pentacles suit features like a lot of greenery. It features like a lot of like trees, lush forest environments, and it's like this idea that this seed that you plant will grow into something that is will grow into a massive tree, or will grow into a tree that provides you with fruit, that provides you with opportunity, that provides you with something good. And so it's major seed energy, and it's also major new beginning. Now, in terms of what else it could be you making a sale, it could be you making a purchase, it could be you signing off on a contract or a document. What I will say in that case is double check the terms of agreement, because of the Moon's influence. The Moon can say that there's maybe something that's not as it appears, but it's not anything to be worried about. It's just double check, double, triple, quadruple check documents at this time. Let's go ahead and see what else we have here. So you have the Five of Wands, you have the Strength card, you have the Seven of Swords, okay, and you have the Justice card, which I love to see for you, and I'll tell you why. So here's the thing. The Seven of Swords with the Moon is, to me, a challenge. That's a red flag. Okay, that's a red flag. And I'll tell you why. It's because both of these cards can represent deception in some form, okay? In some form. In fact, the Seven of Swords, I see it always, and I've had this happen in my personal life when I first started reading tarot. I would come home from work. I'll just share this experience with you, Pisces. I would come home from work, and I'd start pulling tarot cards for myself, and I would get the Seven of Swords. And it turns out that at that time, I had people who were spreading rumors in the office. And so then when I started reading for other people, I also found that the Seven of Swords can come in many times when somebody's gossiping or speaking behind or talking about you behind your back, or somebody's generally like stirring the pot or meddling, if you will. And so what could be happening here, I share that experience just to help you understand what type of deception the Seven of Swords can be, because remember, swords is the suit of communication, okay? Now, so you have this Queen of Cups here, walking away, deception, twice, right? So Seven of Swords, Moon, walking away from somebody. What could have happened is there was somebody that you trusted or that you thought you could trust, and it just, for whatever reason, they dipped into that lower vibrational energy, and it just, somebody hurt you, okay? Somebody really disappointed you here. You have this Five of Wands as well, which can represent a conflict in one's life. You can see the people on the card sparring. Oops, sorry for bumping the camera there, Pisces. You can see the people on the card sparring, battling to win over the Six of Wands energy. And I do feel like there's been a conflict with somebody. You have the Strength card as well. The thing is, the Strength card, what I really like and what's sort of making this reading feel good for me, for you, is you have the Strength card, which is you having the willpower to not let somebody else's negative, lower vibrational energy ruin your life or ruin your day. But also because you have the Justice card, which the Justice card is a card you would want to see with the Seven of Swords, because what the Justice card says is that all parties get the outcome they deserve. The actions that you take are indeed extremely important in this lifetime. That's what the Judgment card says. I'm not the Judgment card. I'm so sorry. This is the Justice card. If I keep saying Judgment, it's the Justice card, number 11. Justice card says that there's this equal exchange of karma. There's this equal exchange of sort of the scale is sort of balancing out and tipping in one direction or the other. And typically, when you have the Justice card in a situation like this, it says that you have good karma around you, okay? And so I feel like somebody else's, gossip's a lower vibrational energy. That's going to be something that they have to deal with karmically. And as long as you are not engaging in that energy for yourself, everything will work out. So let's go ahead and take a look at what these higher self cards are. Okay, so you have radiate light energy, radiance. I am the light illuminating everything. So you're the first person to get this card in the last 2 sets of readings that I've done. So very nice. You have reflection. I reflect deeply with gentle curiosity and compassion. Your power begins with deeply knowing yourself. And then you have rhythm. I expand into growth through cycles of change. Growth is non-linear. And, this is something, I say a version of this all the time in my readings, which is, very rarely in life is it a straight line between point A and point B, right? And, our lives, whether we want to admit it or not, are oftentimes non-linear. If everything could just go in a straight line, not only would we not have fun, but it would just be too easy. I've been wanting to see what these 2 cards are as well. You have expansion. I expand through love. Love feeds the soul. And silence. I make space for sacred silence. Make space for silence. Okay. So I really like this for you. Take a moment to listen to the voice of your soul after this reading, if you want to, if you feel guided, or at some point during this week. So you have the Wheel of Fortune, you have the Knight of Swords, and you have the Knight of Wands. So things are absolutely moving along here for you at this time. All right, things are moving ahead, things are pushing forward. And, 2 knights in the tarot reading is big movement toward in a certain direction. I would be very careful of impulsively signing off on something at this time, okay? And the reason I say that is because you have a diagonal forming here with the Moon, the Seven of Swords, and the Knight of Swords, okay? So this is all kind of moving in a direction. The Knight of Swords can represent impulsivity. It can be a very good card in that it challenges you to take action and to kind of strike while the iron is hot. But you must also make sure that you are coming to this after having gone through a period of reflection, so that you are not acting impulsively, because that's the other side of the Knight of Swords, which is impulsivity, okay? And so be very careful, particularly if you're signing off on something. You have this diagonal here of 2 cards of deception with the Knight of Swords of impulsivity, plus this idea of documents or signing off on paperwork, doing documentation with the Ace of Pentacles. Just a warning. Yeah. And so double, triple, quadruple check things. Then you have this Wheel of Fortune, which is the wheel of your destiny spinning. This is a very good card of situations kind of moving along once again, especially as you have 2 knights with it. The Wheel of Fortune asks you to take action as well. So you do have 2 cards of action here, but again, I think going into a period of reflection beforehand, if possible, would be a good idea. And Wheel of Fortune says take action because right now conditions are favorable, but the wheel keeps spinning. So who knows how long these conditions will be like this. And the Knight of Wands is like movement towards passion. In this case, it could be a relocation. We haven't had any other cards indicating that. You have the Five of Pentacles and you have the Page of Pentacles. So, I mean, you're moving out of this despair energy. It's because you've been dealing with something here that has been a challenge with the Strength card to walk away from, but ultimately you are walking away from it. It's been a big energy of despair or challenge here in the past for some of you, with the Five of Pentacles now showing up in the previous column as well. But the thing is, there is an offer here in the future. That's very clear to me with the Page of Pentacles. Page of Pentacles says that your prospects are looking good, plus the Ace of Pentacles again, getting that new beginning, maybe doing that, that sort of initial work, to plant the seed, to sign off on things, to do all of that. But again, double checking. And then this is well due to you. This is well earned with the Justice card. At the top of the pyramid, you have the Page of Wands. So definitely an offer. Okay, ending out this reading with two major offer cards. Page of Wands could be quite literally a new job offer. The movement here, instead of like physically relocating, it could be a new, like you're changing your job or your work. You could be moving for work as well, but it could be, that could certainly be the case for some of you. There's absolutely offer energy, especially if you've been looking for a new job. Some of you just want to get out of a work situation where you're in an office environment that's not exactly positive. Yeah. On the bottom of the deck, you have the Magician card, which if you want to manifest like an offer, an opportunity, that's definitely on the table for some of you. Like if you're like, okay, I need to get out of here, I need to move on to something better, that's on the table for sure here. So love this reading. Thank you so much for being here. If you enjoyed this, hit that like button, subscribe. Really appreciate you, and I'll see you in the next reading.